Hello, this is your State Senator Len Suzio speaking to you from the Capitol. I'm up here today because our Republican caucus will occur in about an hour's time, and the focus of that caucus is going to be the state budget and the negotiations with CBAC. But in the meantime, I wanted to record some videos to update you, my constituents, on important legislative developments that occurred during the recently ended session. And in this video, I want to focus on the notorious early release law. That's the law that was instituted by Governor Malloy back in 2011, which allows hardened, violent criminals out of our jails, out of our prisons early for having participated in programs that supposedly rehabilitate them. That program has proven to be an absolute failure. Through the Freedom of Information Act last year, I obtained data on the history of the program, and I learned that in the first year the program was implemented, all the prisoners released in that year, about 8,000, almost 9,000 prisoners, 84.2% of them were reincarcerated since they were released from the early release program. The recidivism rate is right through the roof. The program has obviously not been working. So I introduced legislation to repeal many of the laws, or the crimes, I should say, that are committed, that are eligible for early release. And through the legislative process, I was able to finally get a bill drafted and a public hearing on a law that would prevent child rapists, people who assault elderly men and women, and other violent crimes from being eligible for early release. The bill passed through the committee and was sent on to the state Senate for debate and discussion. It came up, and I was happy to see that after a vigorous debate, we did get it through the state Senate. It wound up with a 21-15 vote. All Republicans voted for the bill, and we were able to get 3 Democratic state senators to also support the bill. The bill was then sent on to the House for action, and unfortunately, the House didn't do anything. It did not take up the bill for a vote even. I think the Democratic leadership was afraid to bring it up for a vote because they knew it would pass if it did come up. And one way to stop a bill from becoming a law up here is to refuse to even have a vote on it. And the people that control the power control what gets voted on. So I was very elated that we got basically to third base. We got the bill for a public hearing, we got it through the committee with approval, and then we got it through the state Senate with a majority of vote, only to have it languish in the state House. I can promise you this, I'm not going to stop until we get that law passed. So we lost one round in the 10-round fight. I can promise you next year I'm going to make sure that law is brought back, and we're going to make more common sense laws here in Connecticut that have more sympathy for the victims rather than the criminals. Again, I want to thank you for your support. Because of your support, we were able to get that bill as far as it did, and next year we're going to go all the way around third base to home plate with your help and your support. Thank you once again for the honor of representing you in Senate District 13. This is your State Senator Len Suzio saying thank you very much.